Nigga, and it's like that. Welcome back. We got another episode going. We finna react to D.L. Hughley speaking on Killer Mike. One thing about D.L. Hughley when it come to politics, he's a bitch ass nigga. He's uninformed. He never knows what the fuck he's talking about, and all he does is pisses me off. One thing I hate about black men over like 30 and 40, you can't tell them nothing. So it's like they can't seek or learn new information after a while. It's like you really gotta beat that shit into their brain because an old dog don't learn new tricks. And I hate that for most black men at that age. I ain't gonna say all, but for most. But you gotta understand, no matter what age you are at, you will have to learn from the young to the old. It's not about who's been here the longest. It ain't always about who's been in this situation the longest. It's about who's thinking the furthest. You see what I'm saying? But people ain't gonna look at it like that. We finna see what he talking about though.
Reporting live from Rivers Club in Atlanta, Fight Plus News, I'm John Abba.
I'm talking directly to you, Killer Mike. Your ass is tagged. Shut the f*** up. Cause wasn't this your in 2024? Oh no, this is your ass again. Killer Mike says Kamala's race won't be a key in 2024. It's progressives for me. You one of the reasons why we in this shit.
Killer Mike is currently being checked across the internet for a new video he will share on his social pages, calling for people to vote ahead of the upcoming midterms and to further spread awareness on a recent Voting Rights Act decision.
Hey, what's up? Onyx Impact, Black Male Initiative. This is Killer Mike, also known as Michael Render. 1965 Voters Rights Act just got gutted. They gutted it. They literally eviscerated it, and it's now trying to make it easier, or allowed it to be easier, for states to redraw district lines to annex those most in need out. This is not just black people and African Americans. This is poor people. So based on where you are, the more poor people that can chop you up, they can make sure you aren't voting on the behalf of the poor and the interest. They can make sure that it affects your schools. They can make sure it affects your jobs. They can make sure it affects every part of your life. So right now, you need to be putting pressure on our local politicians and local municipalities not to do this. You need to be putting pressure to make sure that those like you and like your neighbors still have the ability to exercise their full constitutional rights of voting, and it being effectively not eviscerated and us being taken back to Jim Crow.
I just want to say this real quick. He sounds dumb as fuck, and I'm gonna say this real fast. Well, matter of fact, I'm gonna say it slow because I think all the black people need to hear this. All my Negroes need it. All my niggas need to hear this. For one, the Voters Rights Act was made, well, not made, but passed through or signed off through a nigga named Lyndon B. Johnson. He was a very racist white man. He literally set up the civil rights movement on some low-key shit with John F. Kennedy. What you niggas need to realize and pay more attention to is, what the fuck was Martin Luther King doing at the White House when Malcolm X couldn't just go to the White House any other time he felt like it? Huey Newton couldn't go there. All these niggas is either getting killed or they cannot do the certain things that Martin Luther King's allowed to do. And you got peaceful people who was peaceful like Martin Luther King, like Medgar Evers, who got killed on his front fucking lawn. But my main thing is this. You need to realize when certain things come into play, it has nothing to do with what the fuck we got going on. For one, the voters' right situation don't even really matter because at the end of the day, the civil rights movement and its principles and basis is already in the Constitution. They took out the racist shit as far as like the third of a person bullshit, all the slave shit. They took that out after we won the Civil War. If niggas understood or read books or just read anything, we would get a whole lot of a fucking head and further because everything's already in the Constitution. The Constitution is in support of everybody, every color and race. The thing with the redistricting shit is it's about motherfuckers fighting for power right now. Don't have shit to do with race. Like you said, it do have to do with the poor, but it has to do with the poor and the rich because that's where the power struggle is coming from. But the poor is so misinformed and misunderstood that niggas is running around doing stupid shit and saying stupid shit like this. Like, this is cool for somebody who don't know, but in the truthfulness of reality, if you really want to be honest, the whole Constitution is built upon the principle of treating you like a person. You have the right to be happy and all this other shit. Y'all really need to read what the fuck the laws are to this country. Then understand what happened and what was taken out so y'all can have a better understanding of what the fuck is going on.
So we're going to start the largest voter initiative possible this fall. We're going to get people out to the polls. We're going to beat up those midterms, and going forward, we're going to do more than just march and protest. We're going to go to the polls. We're going to change the people who are in office. We're going to get those laws back changed in the favor of the people. This is Michael Render. Stay tuned. We're going to do something plot, plan, strategize, organize, and mobilize big next.
Now, for anyone that has paid attention to some of Mike's past remarks, it could appear that he was one of the few black celebrities that would indirectly help Donald Trump secure another run in the White House. Many are calling out one of Mike's main stances of openly challenging Democratic nominee Kamala Harris by saying being black doesn't guarantee the vote. In the time he would meet up with Trump loyalist Governor Brian Kemp of Georgia in 2024. So for some to see Mike now change his tone a bit after the Voting Rights Act would no longer be upheld as Trump sits in the White House, they believe Mike is partly to blame. Gail Hughley and several people on social media would let the rapper know that it's too late now to switch things up. Under Mike's post of the now infamous video on Threads, Hughley would go on to directly reply with, "Wow, the vibe shift," and would continue his stance by sharing another comment that read, "I see all these black people who are apoplectic about the Voter Rights Act, but you helped it happen. Miss me with that BS. Google don't forget, neither do I. Get the F out of here." Now, even though that message, unlike the previous one, was not directly addressed to Mike, many will go on to assume that's who Hughley was calling out. As mentioned, several users would make sure that Mike was fully aware of being a part of the problem, despite now trying to appear that he's a part of the solution.
And I'm talking directly to you, Killer Mike. Your ass is tagged. So Killer Mike decided to post this shit on Threads. Americans, we've got work to do beyond the polls this year, no matter what. Plan, plot, strategize, organize, mobilize. Shut the f***. Cause wasn't this your bitch ass in 2024? Oh no, this is your bitch ass again. Killer Mike says Kamala's race won't.
Man, this stupid ass bitch already got me high from the beginning. This is my whole point on what I'm speaking on. For one, we can get into Kamala Harris thing because y'all was just mad at certain individuals and singers for saying that they wasn't black and they this, that, and the third, or they not this, that, and the third. They was actually explaining the fact that it's a color barrier where they come from. See, America's the only place that actually goes based on race. So when they say African American, Latin American, America's the only place that do that. Nowhere else does that. When you black somewhere, you just where you at. When you black in Kenya, you just Kenyan. When you white in Kenya, you just Kenyan. You're not white Kenyan. You're not white Nigerian. You're just Nigerian because you was born there. That's it. That's all. America is the only place that does that, but I respect that because it gives the fucking individuality amongst the people. Because at that point, yeah, I'm an American, but at the same time, I guess we could also say it's a dividing line. But to me, it's just letting you know what the fuck the race of this person is. Like, when we take shit, we take our actual citizenship and we look at that as the race card. But in other countries, they take their citizenship as just citizenship. They just live there. That's where they from. That's who they are. They get into the race shit underlyingly. But as far as what this bitch is saying, this is the dumbest bitch on this planet. First of all, bitch, Kamala Harris ain't really black. 1. 2, she's not qualified. You seen all the interviews she did. That bitch was trash. She couldn't even stand up to nobody for real. She didn't even go on Joe Rogan. Okay, 3, another thing is even Barack Obama came out and well, he didn't come out, but it slipped out and Barack Obama let it be known. Nobody believed in that bitch or winning. They just put money behind her to go against Trump. 4, we've been trying to say it's about qualifications. It don't matter if you black. Are you qualified? Can you do the job? Do you understand what the people need? Do you understand what the fuck is going on? Can you be a true leader? It don't matter if you black, white, whatever, nigga. Be that, but be from this country. That's one thing I will say. Be from this country. And that bitch ain't born here. She born in like Canada or some shit. She was born where she born, but she from Canada. Well, however that shit work, bro. Either or, she's not American. I'm not finna sit here and go back and forth with nobody trying to put a damn sleeper cell up in the motherfucking Oval Office, nigga. You fucking stupid, nigga. It's in the Constitution that we don't vote for motherfuckers that ain't from here. They not even supposed to be able to hold office until like they family done been here for some generations. But nobody reads the fucking laws.
Be a key in 2024. It's progressives for me. You one of the reasons why we in this shit. You with your fucking misogyny war could not see a black woman who has been the most qualified person to run for the office be president. You couldn't see that shit. You wanted to play on her race instead of playing on her policy. You dumbass. You it up for us. It's black men like you that need to sit the in the background and shut the up. Stop speaking. You are not a leader. Close your mouth and sit in the back row.
Welcome to the party, Killer Mike. Ain't you the same Negro that says just because you black, that don't guarantee your vote? Kind of late for this bullshit.
I'm telling you, those days are over. So many entertainers and famous people and athletes, actors, rappers, whatever. People sick of y'all. So, Michael Santiago Rinder, nope, nobody want to hear from you.
As far as a response from Mike, on Monday he would begin to respond to Hughley and others' claims. Over on his IG story, he would first share a photo of him fake crying at a well-known local strip club with the caption, I cried away the pain in at Blue Flame Lounge. While another IG story post would show a response he would give someone for calling him a sellout. Now over on X, Mike would fire back with several different responses to defend himself against people's claims. While responding to a user for calling him out about meeting with Kemp, he would go on to say, the governor race was in 2018. I supported Abrams. My meeting with Governor Kemp about jobs, trades, and more was 2020. You are an incredible liar and F nigga too. Stop lying, F nigga. Now in response to that same user, Mike would send off another message to highlight that he has supported black candidates in the past. Blacks I Help campaign and or win. Kasim Reed, Keisha Lance Bottoms, Raphael Warner, Senator John Ossoff, white but good for Georgia, Miss Abrams Sue. To not like Mike is okay, to be a liar is not. Peace out, liar face ass. Now despite issuing this response to challenge claims,
Fuck this shit, man. Shout out to Killer Mike, bro. Keep standing your ground. Real talk. Because at the end of the day, you're a man with an opinion, and you're a black man with an opinion in a world where black men are bots right now. And we have to listen to what everybody say and do what everybody do because that's the cool thing to do. But everybody else can have their individuality, and they can have their own individualism, and they can have their own thought and opinion. White people can, Mexican can, niggas can't. The black man can't do nothing. What killed me most is the only time we scrutinize any other race for speaking on some like weird negative shit is when it's attacking our race. At the end of the motherfucking day, like I keep saying, none of this has anything to do with race. This is all about qualifications, my nigga. Are you qualified? That bitch was so dumb. She had no policies. When did Kamala Harris speak on policies? Like, I need one policy. Somebody who was a Kamala Harris supporter, tell me a policy that bitch had. Like, let me know. Because that bitch never had a policy. Ever. She never spoke on one policy. She just talked a lot about nothing and was laughing like a fucking retard. Man, I don't give a fuck about, man, this is why I talk my shit, bro. And they be mad when I be cursing, but at the end of the day, I get hype about this shit because it's very deep and serious that you educate your brain and put yourself in emotions to understand what politics are, how they work, and what the laws of this country are, and what the land means to us also. Okay? We've been sharing this country with white people for decades now. We've been sharing this country with other races for decades now. What we got to understand is how the world works and how everything's supposed to go. Because when we start thinking that, it's okay to let people in the country with no certifications, no papers, no nothing, you're a dumbass bitch. When we start thinking to attack a man because he wants to vote for this, that, and the third, you're a dumbass bitch. He got an opinion just like you got an opinion. But the main thing is this. Can we come to an agreement where we can just agree to disagree and not even have to attack each other like this? Because everybody want to cancel a motherfucker because they support something opposite of what the fuck they support. My only time where I cancel motherfuckers is when they doing dumbass shit and saying dumbass shit. And that's when it's like, I'm good. Don't have nothing to do with you speaking on politics more so than it's going to have something to do with your morals. I don't like certain entertainers because a lot of these niggas don't have morals. Fuck is you talking about? That's my only issue with niggas. You allowed to have your own political opinion. You allowed to have your own speech on things. You can handle your own business as far as how you feel you need to handle it. And what you do in the dark will come to the light. So stand on who you are as a person, nigga. But my main thing is always going to be, when are we going to put ourselves as Americans and not as just niggas? Because we Americans. We're Americans. We are Americans. I really need my people to understand that. When it's an attack on America, it's an attack on us. You can't say, oh, I ain't fighting for this country, when we've already done that. We have a history of that. We have people who are overseas or doing whatever they're doing right now that are in the army that's black. They defending this country, and you disrespecting them when you disrespect this country. You disrespect your own country, and it's like disrespecting your family when you disrespect your own president. But niggas ain't gonna look at it like that. Niggas not gonna think about it on the plane that maybe we should just give some new shit a try. People gonna keep talking about this war and don't even understand the war. People gonna keep talking about this and then don't understand what it really means or what it really represents or what it really stands for. That Voters' Rights Act, all that civil rights shit, it's all racist any fucking way. And it's a plot to just pat you on the head and keep niggas pushing and shut they fucking mouth. It's just something that you like. It's a fucking lollipop to a kid. It's not nothing serious. It holds no real weight. When a lot of people back then who actually had the benefit from that and started working for the government that was black, they felt like they was being put in the backseat any fucking way, even still with them having the jobs that they was getting. They felt like they was getting put in areas and office where it was about them being black. They did not like that shit. Now we're in a position where we can really earn ourselves the right to be called whatever the fuck we want to be. We could be astronauts, whatever. Like, but niggas is gonna ruin it because that's the last thing we thinking about. We got this Jim Crow mindset and we carrying it and we holding it, and we not understanding that we holding on to the wrong things, and that's what's always gonna hold our people back, and we'll never progress as far as we were progressing back then, because back then we had something to fight for and prove ourselves about. But now we just don't feel like we have to prove shit to nobody. And it ain't about proving shit to the people. It's about proving shit to our ancestors and people who really laid their lives down and really laid the work down for us to be where we are today and have the freedoms we got today. So that's why I hate when people disrespect and just stomp on another person's opinion or make it seem like a black man can't do what the fuck he want to do too. If he want to vote for Donald Trump, bitch, let that nigga vote for motherfucking Donald Trump. It's not about race, bitch, and it ain't about sex. It's about who's fucking qualified for the job. And if you stupid ass bitches knew who the fuck put a lot of these laws in motion, you motherfuckers wouldn't even be tripping on half of this shit and getting dismantled. 90% of this shit, I guarantee you, should have been already thrown out. The shit with the baby shit, the abortion shit should have been thrown out. Like, it ain't about forcing you to have the damn baby. It's about you not killing the baby at a certain point in the time. It's a damn baby at a point. Why you don't just tell a nigga wear a condom? Put yourself on some motherfucking birth control. I don't give a fuck if you gain weight from the shit, bitch. Do the right thing for yourself, no matter what the situation is. And you have to be thinking ahead at the end of the day. But y'all let me know what the fuck y'all think. This is why I hate, like I said, that my people not educating themselves, informing themselves, or arming themselves with the knowledge to even go forth and just take what the fuck we want out of life, nigga. A lot of this shit we could have been took over, nigga, if we really wanted to. If we use this, we don't use this. We using this, we using this. We using a lot of bullshit. People have already invented enough shit to control us with. You always on your fucking phone. You always, yo, I could go on and on for days about this shit, but I'm gonna stop and leave it here. Y'all let me know what the fuck y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, peace, I'm out.
Hey, these niggas bound to attack. Gotta know your purpose, understand what work is. These snakes is lurking, observing.